I'm working on a course on balance. I've decided to take the old man's test. Probably the first time in my life that I'm putting on shoes this way. It's not the habitual way. It's quite obvious that I did lose some balance over the years, especially on the second foot. The first one was my stable foot, I knew that. It's very obvious to me that as we age, as I age, as you age, we have to take care of our balance. Really work on it, challenge it. This amazing brain ability that we have is completely dormant if we only use padded shoes on flat surfaces. This is boring for our brain and it goes to sleep. Okay, I passed my first attempt at the old man's test with some moderate dignity, but it could definitely improve. So I'm going to create a learning space and develop it step by step. Socks. Start with socks, okay? It's just a bit of the process. That's my good foot. This one is less stable. Oh, good. Ta-da! So I'm going to take this challenge apart and start building very small bits of it. I thought it would be a lot easier with shoes without strings. So here's my attempt. It wasn't so easy at all, but I practiced it and it got better, as you can see. Make the challenge smaller, take just little bits of it, make it easier, make it doable, play with it, enjoy it, and you get to improve. And even have fun. So I'm exploring this fun challenge called Old Man Test, where you put on a sock and then the shoe, standing on one foot, and then you go to the other foot. So obviously it's a balance issue, it's a balance challenge. But part of it also doesn't have that much to do with balance. It has to do with flexibility and mobility. You have to actually reach your foot with your hands. So this is what I'm going to explore today. Different ways of reaching my foot with my hands. And yeah, I got some unsolicited help from my dog, Doobie. I do believe that with all of this fooling around, my old man test is actually improving. I'm working on a Feldenkrais course on balance. And if you want to be part of the pilot group and help me create it, you're most welcome to join us. As I've been trying to break down the old man test into its little components and see what can I try and improve, little details of this whole complex action, I came up with this other thing. So if I want to be able to tie my shoestring and put on a shoe with my foot in the air, I have to bring the foot up, right? If I can lift my foot higher, it will be a lot easier to get there and then hold my balance without struggling, right? So here's that. How do my abs help me bring the foot high enough so that I can fool with it and do things around it? And while I'm doing this and doing these videos, I find out that my balance actually improves. I find it easier to stand on my weaker foot and hold the other foot in the air and actually come close to it most of the time. If I try to do old man's test in the morning, like first thing in the morning, I wouldn't even reach my knees. This is something I've been doing every day, every morning when I get up. It's a way to remind my body that it exists and that it can move. And it is relevant to the old man's test because on top of the obvious mobility of this exercise, I also challenge my balance because I'm standing with my feet together. So there you are, another daily step to improve my old man test. We're going into summer here in the southern hemisphere. It's getting warm, so it's a good time to undust my sandals and try old man's test with them. I'll start with my less stable foot. Yeah. Another one. Easier, different, fun. A couple of years ago, I've been diagnosed with osteoarthritis in my left hip. So there's some discomfort, some limitation in the extremes of mobility. It's not something that is constantly present in my daily life, but I've been given some exercises to make sure it stays that way. So they say I need to strengthen my muscles around the hip. This is one of those exercises. It works on some muscle strength and on balance. Quite relevant for the old man test, isn't it? So here you are, an advanced challenge that may help me put on my shoe with my foot in the air. I just came up with a magnificent idea that will probably not work. Another way to tackle old man test. So here's my idea. Never tried it before. So the idea is to lean my foot on my knee and kind of sit in the air. Will it be easier to do things with my foot? Put on the sock, put on the shoe, maybe. Okay, let's see the other one. If I can hold this position. Whoop. Is it any help? It feels kind of more or less stable. Hey, good morning. In order to finish off this series, I'm giving it one more try in front of the camera. Be my judge. Did it improve? I think it did. I do feel more stable. It's not like I've been practicing it for hours every day. I just did this series of videos and tried it maybe a couple of times in between. It comes to confirm what I've already convinced myself and hopefully you. You can improve your balance, you can improve the way you move, you can improve practically anything you do and like doing better by paying attention, giving it a couple of minutes, and not focus so much on trying to do it well. Rather play with it like little children do. Play around it, play with variations. Don't worry too much about the end result. This way, we allow our brains to absorb information around the area of interest. That's how we learn, that's how we improve. And because I find it fun, and it's also good for my balance and general health, I may keep playing with it once in a while. I hope you will too.